Hi friend, welcome to our team. If you're watching this video, you have decided to take on the awesome opportunity of becoming an ambassador for Plexus Worldwide. My name is Mary Nostikoff and I have been an ambassador since about June of 2017, so I'm fairly new to this. However, my first 30 days I was able to reach Fast Start Gold, which means that you recruit 20 ambassadors with a welcome pack and their convenience orders turned on. Now this Fast Start Gold is an awesome accomplishment, so I was pretty proud to have that title and to break that record and in my team. And so since then a couple of other girls have also reached that. So if I can do it, you can do it. But we'll talk about goals later. I am here to kind of guide you through the very first steps of how to get started. Now, the secret to the success of this business is really you and your own mind. Getting situated and getting set up for success is crucial in the very beginning. That way you can create some momentum. You can start getting prepared with the knowledge that you know, getting plugged into our team, and really getting a good grasp on why you're doing this in the first place. So I'm going to talk about 3 different topics right now to kind of help you set yourself up for success with our company. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you about is your why. Now, your why is super important. It is the reason why you are doing this business. Now, for everyone, their story is going to be different. Some people might have done this out of desperation because you need the income so desperately that you're just going to go for it. Now, someone else might do this business because they have been on the products for a really long time, or for a little bit, they started the products, they saw some awesome changes, and you are wanting to just jump in and do this as a business and share this with as many people as you know. Or maybe you are getting into this business because you're really looking for a second stream of income. Maybe you want to retire your husband. Maybe you want to stay home with your kids. Or maybe you have a goal of being able to build your dream home, or buying a new car, or help your parents to build a home, support your families. Whatever that reason is, it is super important, especially in the beginning, to get a notebook like this. And I encourage all of you to get a notebook, because in that notebook you are going to write down a lot of amazing things that are going to help you on this journey. So the why is 3 parts. The very first part of your why is just what we talked about. Why are you doing this business? What is it that you want to get out of this? And are you going to be doing this just to cover your products, or are you really going to be doing this because you have a specific goal in mind? The second part of that why is writing down that specific goal. What number do you need to reach in order for you to reach that financial freedom, the financial peace, to reach that goal, to kind of meet the why? So again, write down why you're doing this and write down your financial goal on what is going to take to get there. Is it going to be $500 a month? Is it going to be $1,000 a month? Is it going to be $4,000 a month? It's up to you what number you want to write down, and there is no wrong number. It could be as crazy and impossible as you want to make it, because this is your goal and this is your business, and I encourage you to just dream big. The third part of this why that I want you to write down is going to be the freedom that is going to bring you. How is that number going to change your life and going to change your family's life? It is super important that you make sure that you attach those emotions. Write down exactly in detail what you see this money doing for your family. And these 3 things are going to be crucial as your very first step to get started with our business, because the very foundation is going to be your belief and your reason and your motivation for doing this. Because I got to tell you, this business isn't easy. It's not going to just jump in your lap. The money and the dreams and everything that you see around you, the success of other people is not going to just magically come to you. You are going to get out of this business what you put in, and not only that, but what you overcome. So it is super important that as you start kind of feeling some fear or feeling some discouragement, because sales isn't the easiest thing, and on top of that you're working for a multi-level marketing company, Some people already know that these MLM companies are becoming such an amazing way for moms and dads to be able to stay home and to build their own business, because there's a lot of great products out there. But guess what? Some people might still have skeptics out. There might be skeptics out there. Some people might have reservations. Some people might continue to think of this as a pyramid scheme. So you have to build your belief. You have to know exactly why you're doing this, and you have to stick to it no matter what anybody says. You're going to face your fears. You're going to face your worst enemies, and so having this in writing, having your why in writing, is going to save you in those moments to go back to that place where you remember why you're doing this in the first place. So that's your why and your very first homework assignment, okay? The second part is your training. Now, this is a big chunk of what we're going to talk about today. Your training is going to depend on you. It's not going to depend on your upline. It's not going to depend on your sponsor. You can't wait for someone to reach out to you and to guide you along and hold you by the hand and say, okay, this is what we're going to do today, which is one of the reasons why I'm recording this video, because I know that I was kind of expecting that, and I wanted that, and I needed that, because I'm a super organized, analytical, red personality or type A personality, where I need organization, I need structure. So whether or not you are that person, I hope that this helps you, but I also want to encourage you that everything is in your hands. The great news is that we have the resources, we have tons of information, whether it's corporate or within our team, for you to be able to become as successful as you want. We have enough information for you to rank to the very top of the company and do it on your own. However, you don't have to do it on your own, which is what I want to talk to you about today. Okay, so for those of you who are involved in your church, and for those of you who love Jesus as much as I do, what's the first thing that your pastor is going to tell you when you join a church? He is going to say, get plugged in. Now, getting plugged in is going to be crucial and the key to succeed. It is going to be the key for you to be able to overcome adversity. It is going to be the key for you to be able to learn and grow. It is going to be the key for you to be able to understand exactly the journey that you're on, and it's going to be the key that also allows you to serve others and to be a part of fellowship and friendship and relationship, so that you can learn and kind of link arms with people to be able to do this journey together. We all were created for relationships. We all need fellowship. We all need to join together and know that we're not alone in this, because again, this isn't going to be the easiest thing in the world. This isn't corporate America. This isn't going to be a 9-to-5 job. So for those of you who are only used to 9-to-5 jobs in corporate America, I understand how you feel, but this is an exciting opportunity for you to break out of that shell, break out of that mentality and that mind frame, because now the world is in your hands. The opportunities are in your hands to be able to grow at your pace, to be able to succeed at your pace, and to be able to reach the financial goals that you want without anybody telling you or giving you a timeline, or anybody ahead of you or above you or below you or beside you that could potentially stop you or dictate exactly how fast and how much you grow. So this is an exciting opportunity, but it is going to take work. Nobody's going to build this business for you. You have to do it on your own, and you are going to get out of it exactly what you put into it. So I just wanted to say that and set you guys up so that you know how important it is for you to dive in and get your mindset and your perspective to know that this is now your responsibility. So the fun part is that, again, we're in this together. So all you have to do is, number one, remain coachable. When you have so many awesome women that are succeeding at this, so many awesome men that are succeeding at this, you have no reason to say, I don't have any guidance, I don't have any training, I don't know what to do. Because guess what? We are all available, and not only that, but we have tons of resources. And you know what what you need to do is get plugged in. So number one, get plugged in to our team page, the Fearless Freedom Advocates 2.0. Now, the first step that you're going to do when you get plugged into this page is you are going to see that your sponsor has tagged you in a welcome post. Now, this welcome post, and I'm sure whenever somebody tags you in something, you read that one comment, you read what they say about you, and then you move on. Well, you can't move on from this one because everything that you're going to need to know as far as your next steps are going to be in the original post. So what I want you to do is go find where where your sponsor has tagged you and introduced you to our team, and every month has a specific post. So whatever month you signed up you are going to search for that post, and if you're on your phone, it's going to be the pinned post. If you're on your laptop, you'll see it. It should be at the top of the page, or you can search for it by the name of the month. So you are going to scroll all the way up above all the comments and see where the original post is, and you're going to expand that original post. Now, what is the most important thing that you're going to need to do, and the very first thing that is on that post? You are going to need to know exactly who leads our team. Now, Abby Kappa is our diamond, our youngest diamond in Plexus Worldwide, and she is leading our awesome team of men and women, over 3,000 now, who have not only been so successful with this business, but who are continuing to help change the lives of other people. But even though this is all fun and great and wonderful, there is a beginning, and there will always be struggles along your journey. So in order for you to stay encouraged and stay on track and know that this can be done, it's important for you to just get to know exactly her story. Now, I want you to take the time, after you write down your why, take the time to click on this post. Now, it'll be the very top link underneath that introduction, and it's going to say, get to know how your Fearless Freedom Advocates was created, or something like that. That video is going to be the key to really getting the heartbeat and the pulse of our team. Now, our team is different from any other team in Plexus Worldwide, not only because she is the youngest diamond, which she actually accomplished last month, and we did it as a team, which is awesome. You never do this alone. You always do this together, and it's awesome. So anyway, side note, you are going to be able to just kind of put your thumb on the heartbeat of this team, what we stand for, what are our values, what have we worked through, what kind of adversity, what kind of challenges. Abby was a skeptic at first. She didn't want to do the business. She was going to nursing school. She had started with a really desperate situation. She was in a really crazy place in her life, and she talks about her journey. She talks about her adversity, and she talks about how she worked so hard and broke free from all of those labels and misconceptions and skeptic thoughts, and eventually, guess what? She reached the very top of the company. And so she talks a little bit about her journey and her story, and I feel that is super important for you to get to know her and her story as well. That way, you can kind of stand on that and stand alongside us. It's almost like linking arms with our team and really understanding our heart as far as customer service, as far as educating yourself, the level of service that we give to others, and the level of education that we give to our customers and to our ambassadors is really important to us. Not to mention the integrity and just the spiritual integrity, the keeping God first in everything that we do. It's super important for you to get to know how we work, because it is going to bleed through everything that we do. So, in order to help build your belief, you not only write your own why, but you listen to our team leader's why and listen to her story. So that is your second homework assignment. Now, underneath that post, you are going to find so much information, and it is great. You are going to find the links to the back office rank up roadmap. Now, this is corporate's version of training for when you first sign on as an ambassador. What you would do is you log into your back office, go to training, to rank up roadmap, and then you can click on how to become silver, or how to go silver. Now there's, after you go silver, you can click on how to go gold, how to go senior gold, and so on. So you can use that training if you like. If it all depends on you. Again, this is your business, and you can run it and train and learn however you like. But we are giving you the tools so that you have access to everything to be able to help set you up for success. So, rank up roadmap. You can do that as a guideline. It's very structured for people that are very structured and need just information step by step in little bits and pieces, so that'll be good for you. The other thing that it talks about is getting to know and to read your success guide in your success kit. If you got a welcome pack, the welcome pack will have a success kit in the box. Sometimes, or recently, I think they switched over to digital, so you might get a digital version, but if you have a physical version, you can actually pull it out and read through the success guide. If you have the digital version, I definitely encourage you to look through that, because that's going to be an overview of kind of what to expect and what steps to take to start, to really start your business and get it going. So that success guide is awesome. Now, what I will tell you is that there are team calls where we connect. Now, the connection and linking arms and being united, I will tell you that it is crucial for our team to constantly be in contact. So for me, this is a full-time job, and I am involved with message threads. You are welcome to be added to message threads where we're constantly asking questions, finding out other people's experience. Hey, I have a customer that is asking about this. Has anybody had experience with this? I have an ambassador or a customer who is experiencing these kinds of symptoms. What do I do? So you can be a part of that message thread, and it is a group of us that are all working hard every day, all day, to just help encourage each other. Some of us have certain answers, some of us have already come across certain issues, so we help each other, which is an awesome way to not feel alone in this as well. So you have the message threads, you have our team pages, we have, some of us have a smaller team page just for our team, and then we also have our main page, which is the Fearless Freedom Advocates. Now, I will tell you that the Fearless Freedom Advocates page is going to be an amazing resource. For me, when I first started and how I went Fast Start Gold, do you know where I got all my information? From the Fearless Freedom Advocates page and YouTube. Now, I'll tell you how to use them. On the top left side of that Fearless Freedom Advocates page, there's going to be a search bar. In that search bar, you can put in any keyword you like. So you could put in Crohn's, you could put in kidney disease, you could put in detox, you could put in testimonies, you could put in the name of a person that has posted on the page. So for example, you saw that Sally had posted an awesome informational post or video, but you can't seem to find it because you know how group pages, as they're commented on, it's moved to the top and it pushes everything down. So if you want to find something that Sally posted, type in Sally, and everything that she posted will populate. So it is just the most amazing resource. You just find so much on that page. And it's every piece of information that has been posted from the creation of that page. So you will find everything there. Almost anything that you can think of. Pregnancy, is Plexus safe for pregnancy? Just anything. So whenever you have a customer or somebody asking you a question, my go-to really fast was to go to our page and hit the search bar, see what came up and see what testimonies I could find or what information I could find. So that is my number one go-to. My number two go-to is a YouTube page or YouTube videos. YouTube videos are an awesome source to research testimonies and also medical professionals that are kind of doing training videos and teaching us about different products, and it gives great integrity to our products, because if medical professionals are not only taking them, but they're recommending them to their clients and their patients, how great is that? So I love saving those. I will tell you that on our page, and I also have saved on my phone, the just shortcuts of videos that I have loved, links of videos and things that I have sent other people for diabetes or for kidney disease or different things, Lyme's disease. Maybe you have a man interested and you want a man's perspective on Plexus. So I have all those things saved in my phone. But yeah, just use YouTube for everything and anything. Again, you would put in the search bar Plexus testimonies or Plexus pregnancy or Plexus energy, Plexus detox, Plexus diabetes, whatever keyword you can think of, whatever information you need. That's one of the two places that I go to all the time, every day, for help. Now, I also want to share with you that we have a calendar of coaching calls, and we call them Zoom calls. We have Saturday night live calls, and we have Tuesday night training Zooms. So on that same post where you are tagged, you will see on the bottom that there is going to be a calendar, a team calendar. Make sure that you are putting that in your phone, putting reminders every week, because your sponsor, don't rely on your sponsor to remind you and say, hey, there's a team call tonight, I hope you jump on. If we have time, we will absolutely remind you, especially if you're working hard at this business, because we want to invest in the people that are investing in themselves. But in the beginning, we want to make sure that you are taking control and you are in the driver's seat of your business. So you have to take the initiative of doing the work, participating on your own, and really kind of showing that you are serious about this business. So put on your calendar the days and the times of these training calls, and that is going to be a huge resource for you, not only to gain information and to gain training, but to get to know your peers, to get to know the other people on our team, and to connect with them and to build friendships and to ask them questions and to kind of see where they're going and what they're struggling with, because it encourages you to know that you are not alone. Okay, so the next thing I will talk about is how I personally save information. Now, there are two ways that I save information that I come across that is super helpful for me. So for example, you really love a Facebook post, and your sponsor will probably tag you on a few Facebook posts that are going to be crucial about, learning how to communicate with people, verbiage on how to talk about how to introduce yourself to the business, to your social media, how to talk about the business, how to overcome this objection. I mean, there's so many awesome posts about detox, posts about how different people have different testimonies, and there's going to be so much information you're not even going to know what to do. Like, how do you even keep track of it all? So what I do is I save it. And if you aren't a social media guru, I'll explain. So whenever you look at a post and you see that post and you're like, wow, I really want to be able to access this at a later time, you can click on, there's going to be on the top right of the screen of that post, there's going to be 3 little dots. If you click on that, there's going to be a drop down box and you're going to see save video or save post. And that is going to actually save it on your page, so that whenever you click on that world symbol, when it populates, all of those headings, so that you can go into those different areas of your Facebook page, like groups or pages or events or things like that, there's going to be something called saved. You're going to click on that and it's going to populate everything that you have ever saved on Facebook. How cool is that? The second way that I save information is if you have an iPhone, or I think Android has this too, there's going to be a notes app or a notes section on your phone, and I use that for everything. I have a file that says Plexus, and I have saved in there my cold message templates, different responses I have for responses and videos and information that I send to pregnant friends. I have video links of, by topic of my favorite videos. I have instructions on how to sign up as an ambassador, instructions on how to sign up as a preferred customer. I have specific information on like kidney disease or diabetes. I have an actual list of every single one of my ambassadors that's ever signed up with me, and their ambassador number, their login, their password, all that stuff, so that I can keep track of their accounts as well if they need me to. So that you use those notes for everything and anything to kind of organize yourself. Okay, so those are the two things that I use. I hope that's helpful. Let's see what else I want to talk to you about. So again, this training is going to be in your hands. In that welcome post, we're going back to that welcome post because there's so much information there. I'm not even getting to all of it. You're going to find videos there of everything that you probably would want to know, how to share the business, Facebook 101, which I want to stop there and tell you that there is a way to communicate our business to other people, not only verbally, but on Facebook. We are not a luxury company. We aren't selling luxury items. We're not selling lip gloss and leggings. We are selling products that get to the root of serious issues and provide healing for people. So this isn't just something where we send people to the website and let them kind of look and buy from our website. can't do that. It is our responsibility to be their gut health coach. So we never usually send people to our website. We don't do that until the very end when they're actually signing up and purchasing product, because it is up to us in the beginning to do a little medical evaluation. And you know what? Tell yourself that you're a gut health coach. No, you don't have a diploma, but you are doing your due diligence to learn about gut health, about these products, about what the ingredients do, about how it's going to affect them during candida die-off, about what the detox symptoms could look like, about how to manage their dosage. So you are a professional, and you need to be able to stand on that and be very confident in that, to know that you are the expert. So don't be afraid and don't shrink back from that. And the first thing that I do is I do a little medical evaluation. Somebody messages me and says, "Hey, I want more information about your product. Can you send me your website?" And I would say, "I would love to send you to my website. However, we do things a little bit differently. In the beginning, I want to be able to get to know you a little bit more. I want to know what you're struggling with, what your health goals are. Tell me a little bit about how you sleep. How's your energy? Are there any genetic predispositions that you're battling? Or that you could potentially battle? What are your symptoms that you're wanting victory over?" So I start by asking questions and getting to know them, getting to know what they've been dealing with, what they have considered normal, and that they just never thought there would be a solution for that. So within that conversation, I get to know them. And not only that, but it gives them an opportunity to really talk about how miserable they are. And that gives you an opportunity to say, "You know what? I have a solution for you. You don't have to live this way anymore." And there's more training about how to actually go through the conversation and how that all unfolds. But I just want to kind of share that with you, that we don't want to just send people to the website. We don't just and immediately answer their question and say, "Hey, this is what we do. Here's my website. Have fun." We actually have conversations after conversations, which could last days or weeks, before we even give somebody the website. We send them videos, we send them testimonies, we send them ingredient lists, we send them tons of information to be able to kind of meet their needs and meet their goals. We are the ones that recommend which products they use, because we have 16 different awesome plant-based, GMO-free, gluten-free products, some vegetarian, some vegan, and so we are in the driver's seat. We are the experts, and once we determine exactly how to help them, that is when we recommend the product. And that is when we say, "I would really love to get you started," and then we go from there. So hopefully that helps a little bit on how to communicate, but then also how to post on Facebook. Honestly, nobody wants to read a bunch of science and notes, and nobody wants products pushed down their throat. It's kind of like sharing Jesus. Again, parallel with our walk with God. When you become a Christian, you don't want to just run up to somebody and start preaching at them. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that they're going to hell. Nobody wants to know specifics on what the Bible says and scripture and all that stuff. You're not going to interest people. You're not going to get people's attention that way. People want to be heard. People want to know that they are cared for. People want to know that you engage with them, that you care about them. And so our strategy for Facebook is really engaging with people. It has been one of my very favorite things to do as a part of this company, to actually be intentional about my relationships. Now I have a reason to reconnect with old friends or reconnect with old coworkers. And you know what? Maybe I don't talk about Plexus right off the bat. Maybe I actually start looking at their page, start looking at what's happening in their family. What are they struggling with? What exciting things are happening? What accomplishments and goals have they, have they received? How are they doing in their life, in their marriage, in their health? What's going on with their family? It is your turn now to serve them. It is in your hands to heal them, and you have an opportunity now to not only meet a need and to serve them, but to be able to just reconnect and really give them what they need, which is fellowship, care, love, whatever it is, to be able to just connect with somebody and talk about themselves and what they've been struggling with. So I encourage you all to not take this too seriously as, I have to be a salesperson and I have to push my product, but take this as, I really want to get to know what my sphere of influence is going through. I want to know what they're dealing with, because you know what? There are so many friends that I have reached out to that are struggling with things that I never knew because no one ever asked them. I never had a reason to ask them. And now I have a solution for them, and I am so excited. That's one of the best parts of my job, is saying I can help you. And then hearing the testimonies is even like over the top amazing. So it's going to be great once you start getting the testimonies back. Okay, so that is my well, there's so much information, but yes, that welcome that welcome post is going to be your go-to for everything. Get to know your back office, get to know how to set up your Paylution account. There's training on that as well, how you can link it to your bank account, how it is linked to your back office as well when you order products. And so you want to get to know all that, get to know how we're paid. That's super important. And all that information is going to be on there. And if you don't find it on that welcome post, then you can search for it in the search bar. So there's tons of information that you have there and at your fingertips. The last thing I want to tell you, the last thing that we want to go over is setting goals and organizing. Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you about this part is you need to schedule a time. Life gets busy, life gets crazy, especially if you have kids, if you have stuff going on, hurricanes come, who knows what's going to happen. The most important thing that you can do for your business is to set a time ahead of time and let it be set in stone. No matter what happens, schedule everything else around it. Now, obviously, there's going to be times where you're going to have to move that around, but make sure that you're making your business a priority. So whether it's a half hour in the morning and a half hour at night, 1 hour at night, 2 hours at night, I will tell you this: when I hit the ground running, when I started, I decided I'm gonna work from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That was the only time that I had after my babies and my husband and everybody was asleep, and I knew that I wanted to work this, and I knew that I had specific financial goals, and we needed to get out of this debt, and we needed financial freedom. And so that is my goal, and that is always going to be my goal. So right now I am sacrificing my sleep because I know that it's not going to be forever, and I know that it's going to be so worth it. So set a time and stick to it. Okay, the next thing I want to talk to you about is get organized. We already talked about your journal. In this journal, I write down my why, I write down my goals and the dates that I met those goals. I wrote down exactly what I am experiencing while I'm on the products, my own testimony, my own symptoms, detox symptoms, and my own victories over certain health issues. And then I also, in another section, keep track of all my ambassadors and whatever I want to write down about them. So having a notebook is really cool. Then the other thing I encourage you to get is a calendar. And this can be, if you find a better way to organize it, awesome. But I have a calendar where I write down on the dates when I sign up a certain person. That way I know exactly when they signed up. And then the other thing that I write down is exactly when they started their product. So I always know how long they've been on the product, if they took any breaks, and that is super important for me as well. And the last thing that I will go over with you is our IPA journal. And this was actually designed and printed by a fellow Plexus Ambassador. And this is what it looks like. I encourage you all to get it because it has organized me, and it's given me exactly the IPA, an outline of all of our IPA, which means income producing activity, of what I need to do every single day. And even if you just stick with this every day, you are going to be a rock star. So just to go over what it has contacting 5 people. However, our team recommends 10. I do 20 because I'm an overachiever and I really want to get ahead of my goals and rank really fast. It also has follow-ups, so people that you're talking to, who did you talk to that day that you've already messaged or talked to before. One active ambassador, one inactive ambassador, so people you're training, coaching, or people that have inactive that are not on the products anymore that actually canceled, and then one customer, which is not an ambassador but somebody who's buying products from you. You always want to touch base with people, let them know that you're there for them, and find out what symptoms they're having, what detox symptoms, what their dosage is, and how their dosage is working for them. Okay, and then the next area is going to be the social media aspect of it. Now, there's those of you who love social media and those of you that hate social media. What I will tell you is that social media is going to be huge for your business. Not only because most of our training and all of our information is on social media, I keep all of my messages and maintain communication through Messenger. I keep everything organized in there and have access to all of our videos, all of our resources on social media, but also because this is going to be your platform. This is going to be the pulpit that you stand on. This is going to be the place where you create your image, where you create the value, where you establish the value and the integrity of what you're doing. At first, it's going to be hard because at first you are going to have people that don't believe in the product, don't believe in the company. They just think that this is something new that you're going to do, and eventually it's going to fall apart. So in the beginning, you might not get a great response. But guess what? Consistency is key. You have to set yourself up as a professional. You have to build value and give value to people. And so that's why it's important to understand how to market yourself on social media and how to post without sounding pushy or salesy. So we always recommend that you do 3 posts a day: a Plexus post, a lifestyle post, share people what's going on in your life, and then a motivational post. What are you doing to grow yourself and to help encourage others? That has nothing to do with Plexus, but just help encourage others, provide value in your page. And then also an Instagram post. So that's super important to have multiple social media accounts because you never know who's on one and not the other. Okay, so the next part on the very bottom, you are going to see different little things that you can check off. It's okay if you don't do all of them, but if you do all of them, you're a rock star. Okay, so the first one is add 3 friends on Facebook, or, expand your network. Bring new people into your space to where you can market to them and they can get to know your life and who you are and your product and what you're doing. The next thing is wish Facebook friends a happy birthday. This isn't just to wish friends a happy birthday. This is to teach you to start engaging, number 1, and number 2, it's going to help your Facebook algorithms. If you don't know anything about algorithms, all you need to know is we only see a very small percentage of Facebook posts of our friends, so the people that we do see are the people that we interact with the most. If you start interacting with other people that you normally don't interact with, they're going to start seeing your posts and you're going to start seeing their posts. So it's crucial that you start engaging with people and start with happy birthdays. It's the easiest way to do it. The next thing is post on your team page. You can get to that later if you have a team page. As you get started, you can make sure to keep up with your team that way. Checking your back office is crucial, and this is something you'll learn along the way as well. You want to keep up with the people that are coming on and signing on to your business. You want to keep up with the orders that maybe didn't go through or got stuck, and that's a whole other conversation. But you want to make sure to check your back office every single day to make sure your numbers match and you're reaching your goals. Also, personal development. Right now, we are reading The Secret Code of Success, and that is huge. If you're a business builder and if you want to succeed at this business, everyone is encouraging you to read The Secret Code of Success. It is a life-changing book. So things like that, anything that you can do for personal development to help yourself grow as a person, to help your business grow, to get more knowledge about the product, about who you are. That's crucial. And then training videos is the last thing, and that means our team calls, that means our videos about the product that you YouTube, anything that will help you get to know a little bit more about your business and your product is crucial as well, and you want to always do that every day. So those are my tips and best practices. And the last thing I want to tell you is, once you get a little bit more involved into your business, you're going to want to invest a little bit more into your business and get business cards, get brochures and flyers, especially if you are meeting in person with people, or you are a part of church groups or organizations, or you give back. Any opportunity that you can be face-to-face with people. I personally am starting to do events, and I love those. So I have a stash of different things I can hand out, product samples, things like that. But that's something that you can think about later in your business. So I really hope that this was helpful, and I want to just finish off by saying that this business is really going to be everything that you make it to be. So You can't blame your success or your failure on anyone else but yourself. Nobody's going to do this for you, and you're going to get everything out of this that you put into this. So I encourage you to set your pace, discover your why, write it down, get serious about your training. Don't wait on anyone else to help you with your training. You have everything at your fingertips. Set your own pace, set your schedule, organize yourself, set yourself up for success, and you will succeed. As long as you don't give up, you will succeed. It might not be in 6 months, it might not be in a year, but guess what? You go to college for 4 years, you spend a ton of money on your education, and then you spend the rest of your life working super hard for maybe 50 to 100 grand a year. You have an opportunity to make the top of the company in however amount of time that you want, and they make about $500,000 a year average. So where else can you do that? And I know that might seem too crazy and too big, that might seem impossible, but every single person on this team that has made it there also felt the same way. I encourage you to watch Diamond documentaries, look them up, get encouraged, build your belief, and know that nobody is too far gone from this. Everybody can do it. The only thing you have to do is be coachable, be invested, build your belief, and do the work. So thank you so much for listening. I'm so glad that you're a part of our team. We have the most amazing team in the company, probably the best team if you ask me. So I am so thankful that you decided to join us. You are in good hands, and know that we are here to help you. But remember, you will get out of this what you put into it. So I wish you much success, health, and happiness. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in Maui.